Hey everyone, if you like our content and want to help us grow our channel, you can support us on Patreon, where you also get exclusive behind the scenes content. Otherwise, follow us on these social media platforms where you can help support us. A little goes a long way. Enjoy the rest of this video. Good evening everyone, this is Nora. I'm here at a very special place. We're here at the Archwick factory just to show you some really cool B&T products from them. Okay, so for the first off, we have the USW-G by B&T, and this thing is literally a PCCK for the Glock system, and this unit here will take your VFC Glocks, your Maru Glocks, your KC Glocks, WE, but it won't take your GHKs. We'll show you why in a minute, but essentially how this kit works is you can deploy the stock with the push of the button here, swings it open, lock it into place. So you can also achieve that with a really quick deployment. Takes a bit of getting used to, but that's really cool. And a charging handle can be swapped on both sides. Installation and takedown is very simple, and we're just going to show you really quickly. So first off, we're just going to remove that slide. So it slides forward just enough for you to actually remove the charging handle. Slide comes forward, and we have the frame tensioner on the front. So if we just loosen that, just enough, it should be able to just remove that frame. Yep. And that's it. Now to put it back again, it's fairly simple, but before we do that, we're just going to show you the adapter for the charging handle. So that is why your GHK Glock won't fit, but that retains the rear side as well, so that's quite interesting. So let's just put that all back together. So the frame itself slides forward with the underrail, hooks back on. The retainer, we'll just push that through, basically locks that into place. Slide goes forward, goes back in, and before you go all the way, we'll just align that so you can put the charging handle back. And voila, that's it. So that is absolutely awesome. Alright, so second up we have the B&T SPR300 Pro, which means 300 blackout for the real firearm, and that's basically a factory pre-upgraded model, and everything's done for you. So everything you see here is all upgraded out of the box. So what I meant by that is as you guys can see here, we have a red hop-up unit that's CNC. You get steel trigger, steel bolt handle, steel cylinder, and the internal parts runs a 90-degree trigger system that's based off the VSR system. Everything is basically the best you can get out of the box. So it's pretty much done for you. So one of the coolest things about the SPR300 Pro is actually the bridge system, which allows you to use either a VSR mag or the original 200 blackout mag. But I'll just show you really quickly how the bridge system works. So as you guys can see, the CNC hop unit is right here, and this is actually the bridge system in the shape of a VSR mag. So how this works is it basically connects to the mag on the rear here, but we'll just quickly show you how it works. There we go, and voila. And out of the box, you have a TDC hop unit that's directly adjustable from the top here, and it comes with a sleeve which covers it, but for purpose sake, we're just showing you how cool that looks. Out of the box, it does shoot about 170 meters per second, which is basically 550 FPS, and that is only running a 300 mil barrel. And the reason why that is it actually runs a 45 CI volume cylinder, and it outputs a lot of air volume, which allows it to basically achieve that. So absolutely fantastic gun. Just going to show you some quick features on there. So the stock is very sleek, very lightweight. This gun barely weighs anything for what you have here. Mag release are on both sides, and you have QD sling points everywhere. M-lock system. You can put an M-lock bipod there, and essentially how this gun works is this is pretty much a suppressor. Being a 200 blackout, this thing is meant to be really quiet, and so is the airsoft version. So we'll just quickly show you how that sounds. So I'll just press release that. That's crazy. So that shoots 550 FPS out of the box. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bit of jaw creep, especially with the higher air volume cylinder. And the pull is actually pretty good for what the spring, for the type of spring they're running. So I'm really impressed by this so far. And of course, there's a couple of things that Archwick mentioned about the bolt. Basically pushing that all the way down creates a seal with the silicone on the hop. And basically guarantees a more consistent sort of shot with every consistent velocity with every shot. So that is absolutely cool.
So you see this, there's a little hole right here, right? So when I push into it, I'm actually taking the spring tension away, and you see the stopper comes right out. So this is the one we always use at the factory, so it's actually missing an O-ring. There's usually an O-ring here. And then just pulled right out.
Oh,
so
wow,
you can see all the spring and the piston. So the base of the piston is all CNC stainless steel.
Holy crap.
90 degrees. Cool. So stainless steel cylinder head. And this entire handle is also all steel.
Nice.
So just to push this back in, you notice that I can't, it gets stuck here. All we have to do is push the safety down and push the trigger.
Yeah.
So it just clears it. And there's a hole back here where we just take some of the tension away. And we can just kind of wiggle it back in. There you go. Oh, we have to lift the bolt out. There you go.
It's really easy. That's really easy. So for those serious enthusiasts out there, for those who want something a bit more premium than your polymer chassis, Archwick does have a CNC bullet chassis available that you can purchase separately. And this thing is absolutely beautiful. So out of the box, you do get a couple of things here. So you get a separate grip, rail piece, and the aluminum chassis right here. Just pull that out. That is a CNC billet, one piece, which also comes with the top rail. So they've actually left out a raw sort of chassis out here for us that's uncoated. And you can see all the tooling. It looks absolutely beautiful. Awesome. So last but not least, one of the most anticipated products from Archwick this year is the APC9K. And here's the gun in question. Looks absolutely awesome, and it's no bigger than an MP5K. All right, so here we have the first APC9K off the line. So this is number 0. This is the first unit. And just from looking at it, the externals are immaculate. It's really awesome. The dimensions are straight from an actual B&T blueprint, and everything is just beautiful. So straight off the bat, we have a CNC upper, a CNC billet bolt carrier, and the internals, the trigger internals are all CNC steel. The trigger here is steel. It just looks absolutely awesome, and the stock rod itself is steel as well. So you could afford to do something crazy like this. I wouldn't do that on a different model, for example. And rubber butt pad. So that is really cool. And you can see from here, the trademarks are to spec. They look really nice, really clean. Yep, and the outer barrel itself is steel and comes with a steel tri-lock muzzle as well, which you can actually switch to a 14mm thread. So they do come with an adapter with that. Awesome. So besides the aluminum charging handle that can be found on both sides, so it's fully ambidextrous, so that's really cool. You also have a retainer that's done like the real gun. So essentially, stock retainer. I'll just show you really quickly. So essentially that retains the stock to prevent it from wobbling around. And I think that's fantastic. And with the gun here, it actually comes with hidden M-locks underneath there. And a Picatinny underrail that runs straight through, so that's aluminum. which is part of the upper. But this unit here also features a TDC hop unit, which can be adjusted directly underneath here, so you don't have to take the gun apart. So in terms of overall feel, Archwick has actually shot the real gun and used that as a base for their production. And the selector itself has a really nice tactile feel, which they wanted to keep, and you could hear that. And the trigger itself is a two-stage trigger, which they kept. So it's not as heavy a trigger as the real steel, but it does give a very satisfying sort of feel to it. So you can feel that two-stage straight away. So that's really cool. So one of the coolest things about this gun is the stock itself. So Archwick paid a lot of attention to it and kept the tolerances really high to actual B&T spec. So one of the things they needed the gun to do was to fully retract it with just one hand. And for pressing that, it could just fully retract with the weight of itself. And once again, with the deployment, you should be able to do that with one hand, just like the real thing. So they kept it to spec, kept the tolerance really high, and there's absolutely no wobble on that stock, as you guys can see. The spring they use, the CNC tolerance is just there. So it's absolutely fantastic. And they also kept it to the B&T spec with the rubber pads as well as the design. So last but not least, I think the number one question that everyone has is, does the APC9K take another brand's MP9 gas magazine? Straight off the bat, no it doesn't. So Archwick has tried to use a different MP9 gas magazine, but due to the angle of the seal, the gas efficiency, the gas consistency isn't as good, so they've redesigned it completely to give you the maximum performance. And straight off the bat, the other brand's MP9 gas magazine is significantly heavier. It's just above 500 grams, but the Archwick one is I think around just above 300 grams, and it does come with a rubber pad to buffer your drops, and it just works so much better. So we have a couple of short clips where we ran this, and it just ran flawlessly. So we do know Archwick will be releasing their own version of the MP9 mag, which is significantly lighter, so that's pretty cool. So for those who have an MP9, that's something to look out for. All in all, we have to thank Archwick for giving us this opportunity to be here to check out these really awesome B&T licensed products. And yeah, just keep watching this space for some really cool upcoming products. We'll catch you in the next video. Let me stop should naturally fall and show this up. Really easy. And to push it down, it should just follow gravity. Absolutely cool. Try that again. Yeah, cool.